Hey, foodie beauties. You like it, don't you, you little sluts?
That means when you give an olive branch, you're making...
Get fucked, slug.
None for BB.
Let's just dig in. Something out of the way. Before I tell you my story time. I hate when people say, in whatever language, they say, this is disgusting, people eating on camera for views and money. People do a lot worse for views and money, okay? And we all eat, we're human beings. We all eat, and yes, nowadays the majority of people are fat, and they eat too. And they don't always just eat salads to try and lose weight. I'm not making excuses, but just, it is what it is, you know? So today, I'm gonna talk to you about my French lover. Not current lover. I don't cheat on BB.
Years ago. So I cheated. Over and over. Like the entire relationship was. Like I had an affair with someone while I was with someone. I am a cheater. You're hating on, not for cheating on me.
It was actually funny because this guy, we'll call him Gaston. That's not his real name. We'll call him Gaston for shits and giggles. Sometimes he randomly messages me on Facebook because he finds me on Facebook. I have my messages filtered, so it always comes up as a message request. I haven't blocked now, but this was before. The other day he messaged me. I don't even remember what he said. I have a bad memory, guys, so I know a few of you think I'm lying because I take the minute to think when I'm telling a story. And as I've replied, it's A, because I'm chewing my food, or B, because things that happened years and years ago, I need to recollect details, so I have to think. But this guy, I was 16 or 17, so this is kind of wrong. I had a thing for older dudes, and I was boy crazy. So I had a friend. Remember I told you the story about Clinton? I'll put a link to that video. You don't want to miss that story. To give you a bit of background, well, my friend was living at this place in her apartment, and she was like the only teenager we knew that had her own place, so we would party there all the time. That place was such a party. It existed just as a party place. My friend's boyfriend would spray paint the walls with graffiti, drew a big alien. We would sign our names on the walls. No respect. It was a dump anyways. In the dumpiest part of town. One day when I was there, in the summer, I got there and there was this man. We were all sitting outside. I get there. There's this man outside with them. He was talking to my friend's boyfriend. He had like these, I don't know, khaki shorts on, sandals, no shirt. Very ripped. He had big muscles. Like nice muscle structure, you know? Tanned, nice skin tone. I thought he was very good looking for his age. He looked to be in his maybe 40s. Late 30s, 40s. Turns out he was 38. He was, you know, really dark hair, blue eyes. And the minute I got there, our eyes locked. You know when that happens? And he looks at you, and he has those, like, fuck me eyes. You know what I mean? Like he wants to eat you up. And your panties moisten. So inappropriate. Oh my god. You know, this guy's hot. I had an intense, instant sexual attraction to this guy. He's like, hello, you know. When he started talking, I could tell he had like a French accent. He was French. Turns out he lived in the apartment upstairs from my friend. It was like a building that had 3 apartments in it. And his was upstairs, this little bachelor apartment upstairs. And he was the landlord, or the superintendent, or whatever, of the place. So, excuse me, hung out, talked to him a little bit. Just asked me some general questions, you know, how old are you, where are you from? And the whole time he would talk to me, intently staring into my eyes, like, oh my god, this guy's body manipulation! I ended up going home, upstairs. Bummed that he left, and I don't know where I got the balls to do this, but when he left, I said, okay, I'm gonna go home too, you know, it's getting late. My friend's like, okay. It was dark out. I left your apartment. Something in me just told me, I don't know, the way he was looking at me, you know, told me he wouldn't turn me down, so I went upstairs. I still remember the way that staircase leading up to his apartment smells. It was a mixture of like, you know, like a garage smell and bachelor, like manly smell. A little bit of aftershave. It was a very manly smell. It made my heart race, you know? My heart racing, I go up these stairs, narrow stairs. It was hot. I get to the top. His door was at the end of this little hallway. The floor was uneven, I remember that. Thought I was gonna fall through. Seen his apartment door. Oh, and it took me a good 5 minutes to get the courage to knock. I was trying to listen, you know? I couldn't hear anything. So I knock at the door. Nothing. I'm standing there. I see the peephole. There was like a little hole you could see it. I see it get dark, like a shadow moving it. It was him trying to see who it is. The chain on the door moves. The door opens. He opens the door, he looks at me, and this grin. And this guy had the most beautiful teeth. Shining, gleaming white smile. Chiseled features. Oh, he was gorgeous. And he just like smiled at me and was like, "You naughty girl." I remember he said that. He's like, "You're bad." So he invited me in. I was so shy. I was nervous. But I was excited. I sat on his couch. He sat right beside me. The body language again. Turned towards me. Really close. Grabbed my hand. Was stroking my hand. Touching my face. So romantic. And he was older, so he really knew how to pay attention to my body. To this day, I've never had a man... Well, yeah. I've had better sex, but I've never had a man really focus on me the way he did. He knew what he was doing. So that night we slept together. It was amazing. I won't go into dirty details. So that started a rather tumultuous summer affair. The age gap was too much. He expected me to have the maturity level of a 38-year-old woman, and I didn't. You know, I still partied with my friends. I was very giddy. He tried watching a porno with me once, and I was like, ew, that's disgusting, you know, on certain things. And that immaturity got to him. Like, what do you fucking expect? One day my friend, oh my god, one of my best friends, she was over, and we were all partying there. He came down, and he was flirting with me. And my friend saw that. He was kind of playing footsies with me under the table. And my friend was like, she freaked out. She's like, "What are you doing, you sick old pervert?" You know, so he got pissed off and left. Then my other friend was like, "I'm just gonna tell her." Like, she blurted it out, you know, "Chantel's sleeping with Gaston." My friend flipped her shit. She's like, "You're a whore." She was so upset. She ran outside. I thought she was gonna beat this guy. She's like, "You should have seen him. He looked like a scared little puppy." She's like, "You, get the fuck back up to your apartment, you pervert." And he's like just cowered away and ran upstairs. Because, like, what he was doing wasn't the most moral thing. I mean, I was young, right? And she was crying. My friend was crying. She was a very emotional friend, and she really did care about me. We were friends forever. And she was upset that I was going through that. I was, you know, she felt I was being taken advantage or abused by this older man. And maybe partly she was right. I don't know. Did I like the abuse? Yeah. So, you know, this went on and on for like a few years, off and on, usually in the summer. He had an older daughter. He had a daughter that was maybe 9 or 10 years younger than me. She would be an adult now. And she used to sometimes sleep at his place. Sometimes I would come over. Oh my god. And she would, you know, he would let her sleep in her room with the door closed. When she was asleep, one time only, we tried doing it on the couch. All of a sudden, the door opens and she's like, "Dad." She walks out to it must have been a horrific scene, my bare ass in the air. Spread eagle. So anyway, that was horrific. I can just imagine. Yeah, I thought I was in love with him at one point. At one point, I'm sure I was, but it didn't work out. Yeah. So, anyways, that was the story of my French lover. And anyways, guys, thanks for sharing this cheat meal. You're probably like, "You have so many cheat meals." So, I'll see you guys next time for another story time. And I'm so grateful for you guys. I really am. So, love yous. Bye for now, guys. Bye, foodies.